So I don't know about you, but I can think of countless times when I'm out and about and I see the perfect scene, such as a sunset or a cute dog or some indie sort of food with my friends. And I'm so thankful that I have my phone with me so I can just whip it out and take a picture. I've had an iPhone since 8th grade, and I've loved it ever since. I can't imagine having any other type of phone. And I know that there's other phones such as Androids that maybe some of you guys have, but I've loved my iPhone ever since then. And I've taken many photography classes through school and yearbook and that sort of thing to learn better how to use my phone and also how to use an actual camera. I'm sure that many of you guys know the basics of how to use your phone, but I hope that I can add a little bit more to that, including how to edit your photos and how to take them better. The first step is to learn the functions of the camera. So on this photo, this is me yesterday taking a photo. So one of the things that I learned online, according to Leslie Snyder from Macworld, is that you can turn your HDR button on, which is in the top left corner. And doing this, when you take a photo, then it will combine a bunch of different photos in one, which then will give you more detail in the shadows of your photo and also like the brightness. And so it'll just give you more detail and make it just like a nicer photo in general. You also can tap on a certain place in the photo, anywhere you want, and if you press and hold, it'll lock the focus, and so then you can like change the composition and it'll still focus on that section of the photo. And this is from Dave Johnson at Macworld. And doing this, then if you want to focus on like the bottom left corner, like in this, I wanted to focus on like this part of the photo, then I could change it and it would be focusing and make this part more light if I like moved my photo down more. And then also you can, if you tap on the photo, you can click and you can slide your finger up and down on the screen and it'll change the brightness of wherever your box is. So if you wanted to focus on that part of the photo, then it'll make that, like the houses there, it'll make those more bright or more dark depending on where you slide it. And the second step to editing, or the second step to a perfect photo is editing. So this is one of the functions of your editing. So when you click on like editing a photo, you can change the straightness of the photo. And doing so, you can make, like, if you have a horizon but you weren't paying attention and it's slightly crooked or something, you can make it more even that way. And you can change the lightness of the photo, which is using this one right here. And it looks like this. And you can click on all these different parts of the photo and change them with a slider, which will look like this. So you can change like the brightness or the contrast or the color. And then there's also, if you have iOS 10, I think, you can change, and there's a markup one, which like on this last photo, you click here, and then it'll say markup. And you can change all these different things. So like I wrote on it, you can see it's hard to see on this photo, but I wrote home on it with the white. And then you can also zoom in. So you can change these little like circles. This is like using this one. You can change the circles to like zoom into a specific part of the photo if you wanted to see that better. And you can also write text on the photo using this button. And then there's a few apps also that are very helpful for editing photos. One of them is Photoshop Express, which is from the App of the Month article from Good Housekeeping. So that looks like this. You can change a bunch of different things. You can crop it. It has a bunch of different the same editing things. You can also use like the clone stamp. So if you wanted to like add a palm tree, you could like clone stamp it like right next to it, so it'll look the same right there. And then also there's Camera Plus, which is from Jay Fisher in the PC magazine. So it looks like this, and there's a bunch of different editing tools you can use. And then there's also ViscoCam, which has a bunch of different like editing things, and you can also add filters. That's one of my favorites to use. And while I'm sure that there's many editing apps and advanced photography concepts that can be applied to taking a photo, hopefully these quick tips on how to take a photo will be more helpful for the next time you want to take a screen or a snapshot of whatever you're looking at.